Did you also do street art?
I don't paint on the street. I'm in a way.
Never did?
No, never did. I mean, I really don't know how to use spray cans at all. That I never.
This is all pen,
it's all pen
paintbrush?
and paintbrush. You know, all acrylic. So I don't know how to use a spray can. And I mean, I don't see paint on the street. It's not really my thing. I'm kind of a shy person in a way. I like to be alone in my studio because I have to catch a vibe. I only paint when I have a vibe. You know, so it comes very subconsciously out of me. So I have to work that way. So it just has to come out of me. I don't sit there and like, I want to do this. No. Sit there and vibe. Have a drink, have a smoke. Hip hop, soul, funk, you know, lots of Sun Ra, you know, so some of his funk stuff, you know, with a very, very avant-garde, eclectic style that he has when he started with his music of experimenting with electronic instruments. So it's a bit wild. So you can probably say you can compare some of my work to Sun Ra's music, you know, instead of to a more, not to a Basquiat painting, but to Sun Ra's music. So that's why I use a lot of, in a lot of my work, I use a lot of paper from notes, so music sheets. I mean, it's always some hip hop words and some slang, some like duality, you know, like hip hop, you know. It's like sometimes a little joke, sometimes like a slap in your face, sometimes it's political, you know.
You make music before?
Yeah,
You said you come from hip hop?
Yeah, producing hip hop beats. Yeah.
Okay.
I still do when I have a little time, but I now prefer to paint since I found art, you know, 3 years ago. So that's kind of been that's my addiction now. It's
So
the
you
paint
enjoy creating art more than
every
you do
day. Yeah, because I prefer it. You know, it's just cool. Because I want to have more exhibitions, and I think music. When I first started making music, when I was in Germany, I didn't really succeed as a hip hop artist because it was very underground. And at that time, people only wanted dance floor and all that stuff like that. So I did rap on some dance floor tracks, and I wrote some lyrics for some dance floor groups and around Frankfurt and stuff like that. Just writing lyrics because they needed English lyrics, and I was a lyricist, so I used to write songs and stuff for them. So I managed to survive a couple years by writing some text for a few groups and making some money on the side doing that. Yeah.
Which do I know any of them?
No, I wouldn't even want to be associated with any of that. Not at all. It's only for the fucking money, you know. That was my get a dollar fucking dream, you know.
Yeah,
but now it's like, yeah, got a dollar and a dream. So people always see get a dollar fucking dream. Whoa, cool. No, dude, you gotta read what's behind it, you know. That's the problem. That's why it's called a conflict of interest. Everybody always works and works for the money.
But do
You know?
Germans understand the hip hop culture that is obviously very much rooted in American culture, hip hop culture, etc. But do Germans really understand it?
Yes, I mean,
I lived in New York, but generally,
I think they understand. If they're listening to the music, I mean, they kind of understand it. A lot of them understand it. But maybe the older crowd, they don't understand it. I wouldn't say that my collectors, they probably don't understand it. They see it as, I don't know how they see it, how they see my work, but they know it's a musical influence in the hip hop background. But I'm not, they don't listen to hip hop for sure. You know what I mean? They don't listen. No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, some 60-year-old German lady, you know, she's not really listening to hip hop. It's just like listening to, yeah, probably not. I mean, they're more into classical or opera, theater, you
how
know.
do you feel about that? That those people have, like, those people who are obviously very much from a different background than buy your art. Would you prefer like people from hip hop, from your culture to kind of buy your art, or don't you mind?
No, I mean, I'm not an urban artist they put me into this thing, you know? I'm not an urban artist, I'm an artist, basta.
Painter.
Yeah, no, artist. Painter is a category, I'm an artist. If you see the stand there, I have a mechanical sculpture that shoots every 10 minutes and is based on the statistics that in America, every 10 minutes someone dies from a gunshot. So, and that was part of a bigger installation as well. So I'm an artist. It depends on which project or where I get a chance to exhibit. And if there's some budget for me to realize something that I can, then I will, you know? I mean, the bigger the budget, I can do it all because I'm an artist. I mean, I come from a creative direction background in the advertising industry. So, you know, coming with ideas for campaigns and things like that. So ideas I don't lack them. So it was easy to use that within inside of my artworks that I want to create, not only by painting. Painting is the easiest thing to do because You don't need much money, you got your brushes or a pencil, and you just go for it, whatever, you just go for it. But for something like that, then it was part of an exhibition where I had a pillow as an American flag, and then I had a makeshift Bible. What was projected onto the Bible, or the makeshift Bible, was the violent verses from the Bible and the violent verses from the Quran. So people should kneel and they should read how violent it is. And there's a poem which is
religion as a whole, or
it's criticizing religion as a whole. There's a poem that I wrote for, which I pasted there on the gun, which that's the only piece that I brought. And I did 2 paintings, one with the Leonardo da Vinci hands going against a blank head, and then one with 2 guns going against a head. And it's basically throughout the entire canvas, it's just God or gun, God or gun, God or gun. Like, choose your protection. What do you mean? America's like, have a Bible in one hand, we have a gun in the other hand. So I mean, that doesn't really fit. If you really believe in that Bible stuff, you should really practice it, you know? Don't be a hypocrite. And it's so hypocritical, you know, especially, it's all in God we trust is on the money. It's like, come on, really? I mean, God don't spend fucking money. I mean, where is he? I'll read the poem for you. You can post a poem too. It's a very, very nice poem. So I have to, let me find it on my internet. Here, sorry, cameraman, we're gonna take a small commercial break after Mr. Proper come back. So it's, okay, religion is division. Stop believing, start living. Subscription, cancel it. There's nothing rational about it. Evolution is leaving myths in the past. If billions believe in it, why we still need cash? Brainwashed obedience, I miss the value. Hypocrites control you to up their value. Wake up, fear, it controls your belief. Irrational thought, like we all need grief. No man has to suffer, go search for the truth. Manipulation is the hand that's held over you. Horus, son of Isis, predates your fierce slave. A copyright infringement, a fish took the bait. You probably pissed, all sensitive, like I said too much. Never mind me, but invisible you trust. And by the way, fear won't save us. Yeah, you know, it's because it's fear. You know, I'm protected by God because I fear him. I'm protected with a gun because I fear for other people. It's all fear for protection. Protection and fear. Huh? Fear and protection. I mean, okay, it's not like, oh, protect my child, keep my, no, it's like you're killing people. You're brainwashing the fucking many fucking millions of people in the world are being stupefied by this religion. I mean, there are some good points. I mean, I think there should be more of a moral baseline that's being taught, you know, and not that the guy who walked across the water shit, you know?
But like the way that you should live your life. And
exactly.
Humbleness.
Exactly.
For the other.
That's good, yeah. So those things are fair.
You don't need religion for that.
Exactly, you know. My name is Ray Moore. I'm from Macomb, Mississippi. I've been living in Germany for like 24 years or so. And that's a bit about myself. My art consists of a lot of collage work, and it's a lot of characters and a lot of politically motivated, sometimes witty, and a lot of poetry. So I prefer to call myself, maybe I'm a poet who paints, you know, because there's always a lot of rhymes and a lot of lyrics that in my thing, because I love rhyming, I love hip hop, I love poems, I love freestyling and all that. So, I mean, a poet who paints is a way you can sum it up, you know. From producing music, I mean, I've only been doing art for like 3 years. I kind of came into it because I was trying to help a friend of mine get an exhibition in Munich, and he didn't have enough work to hang, so I thought maybe I can do some digital stuff, because I work in also graphic design field by editing videos and things like that. So I thought maybe I can do maybe video things, some After Effects stuff or whatever. Then I said, let me do something analog, you know? So my girlfriend always saw my drawings and said, maybe you should just do some of these. And then I did those things, and yeah, people liked them, and eventually they were being sold, and I'm like, wow, this really works. Yeah, then I just keep developing and keep developing and keep developing year by year, you know. If you look at the earlier work in comparison to the work now, so it's kind of the same, but it's a bit different. You see, I have progress and I managed to find my own style, which is, you know, which I know I always have a big comparison over my head.
What would that comparison be?
Oh, I don't know. Let's go maybe like we throw Basquiat in the air, what they say, because he used a lot of text and words as maybe, that's what they say. Keith Haring because of my doodle style, you know. Sometimes people even say Picasso. And one person even told me an artist called Jean Dubuffet. I mean, that's like,
You didn't know him before?
I never knew them before. I mean, I would go to exhibitions from friends that I knew artists, but I didn't know art in that sense until I started making it. You know, people would tell me this and this, check out this, but I really don't like to look at other artists because no matter what you do, you will always be influenced, even if you don't want to be. You know, and only after I start creating work and people say, you should check out this Basquiat stuff. I'm like, okay. So I've seen the similarities there, you know, without even knowing that before, because where I'm from, I had no influence with art or any kind of contact with art before where I'm growing up. In Mississippi, it's like maybe 10,000 people in the small city that I'm come from, Macomb, and that's no museum. Just, I don't know, it's not integrated inside the culture where I live at, you know? Because there's a lot of poverty, it's a lot of crime, and there's nothing arty there. There's nothing art there, you know? That's it. I would say it's a Sun Ra soundtrack. You know, he's one of my favorite musicians. No, it's not my first time. This is my third time, if I'm correct, and my third time at the Stroke, yeah.
Okay.
The Stroke is, I mean, it's a very, very nice and an affordable art fair for all artists and galleries to participate, because most art fairs are so extremely expensive and no one will get a chance to see the art. Stroke has been a very good boost for my profile, because you get so many people see your work that you can normally ever get at your exhibitions, you know? Because it's large. I'm here with Elliot the Super Gallery, which is a friend of mine from Vienna. And on the stand is Josephine Kaiser and Super Elliot. So he's on the stand. Yeah, of course. I mean, if there's space, you know. Whoa, do I save the world or do I save myself? That's a hard one. I'll think about that one. Maybe next time I'll be able to answer it. I have to live a bit longer, you know? Maybe I need to save the world. I will do that. Save the world.
Save the world.
Save the world.